Not a whiteboard guy, just an Excel guy. All right, so let's get into the problem itself. Computing and interpreting times interest earned, right? So I pulled up this. Now I'm going to take this data. I'm just going to copy it, right? Oh, now you get to see all of this stuff. Copy, and I'm going to paste it in here. Just paste values. Okay, so now we have all the data. Now, times interest earned, actually this comes over here. Okay, times interest earned is your EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, EBIT, I think. Yeah, just EBIT. So calculation is EBIT, earnings before interest and taxes, divided by, right, your interest expense, right, times interest earned, interest expense. So we know the interest expense, that's right here. So why don't we just drop this in? We'll just do A, B, C, D, and we'll just copy all this and paste it here. Okay, that's the easy part. And let's do a little formatting so I can keep track of what's going on. There we go. Okay, equals the TIE, a tie, times interest earned. Okay. Now, EBIT earnings, which is this, before interest and taxes. So we want to actually go backwards. We want to take the earnings after all that. That's the net income or loss. That's EBITDA. That's the very end of it. So no, actually not EBITDA. That is just earnings, plain and simple, net income. So we want to take that and we want to add back, add back the interest, and we want to add back the income taxes. Okay, that's 260. Now, since we have all this in variable format, we can just copy this down and it'll pick up all those other variables and we'll get the EBIT in these different scenarios, A, B, C, and D. Now we can calculate the times interest earned by taking EBIT divided by interest, and we have our numbers. Okay, and we probably want to round them to the nearest tenth, so we'll just do a little rounding there, and that's what we got. Now, the more times you're earning your interest is pretty good. If you have a high interest, if you have a low times interest earned, it means you got a lot of debt, paying a lot of interest, and you're barely covering, right? So 260 gets minus interest expense only gets you to $200,000 in earnings before taxes. So you know, versus this 251 as compared to $9,000 or $10,000, right? You're basically at 241 versus 200. So scenario B is clearly better just in terms of raw dollars, and certainly in terms of the ratio itself. Okay, so let's see. This is the best one. Best. This one's the worst. And these ones, you know, come in. So this is one. That's one in terms of ranking, 2, 3, and 4 ranking. We'll just call this ranking. Okay, there we go. Okay. So now let's look at the answers. See how we did. Oops, don't want to do that. Let's bring this down here. Okay, so it looks like they did this to the hundreds. So we'll do this to the hundreds as well, just to make sure we're tying out to the hundreds. There we go. Okay. We did the 260-800, 251-998, 221-680, 251-174, 60-800, 41-742, 28-560, and 97-86. And all of our ratios are the same. So voila, now the times interest coverage Oh, which company indicates the strongest ability to pay interest expense as it comes due? It's company D. Why? Because company D has the highest times interest earned. Brilliant. Okay, we had it all. Any questions? Let me know on this one. Now, just for extra credit, I'll go ahead and do one more. I think this was the last one. Another ratio.